Welcome to week 3 of Wisdom of the Football Crowd, the Premier League prediction show which uses wisdom of crowds theory to predict results. The idea is that a group of predictors should be better and more reliable than a single person. I've combined the predictions of 40 YouTube channels and then averaged them out to get one prediction for each game. This in theory should give a more accurate prediction than my own, especially considering I have zero ball knowledge when it comes to any other team other than Forest. But we'll see. First game is Chelsea versus Fulham. My prediction for this game is 3-1 to Chelsea. They absolutely hammered the Hammers in the last game, and I can see that sort of form continuing here. Fulham, however, they've had 2 draws on the bounce against decent opposition, but I think Chelsea would be a bit too strong for them. The YouTube crowd have predicted 2-1 to Chelsea. As you can see, there's no commenters crowd just yet. All week 4 games are in the description below, so if you want to join the crowd, get your predictions in the comments down below. In the next game, we have Manchester United versus Burnley. Both me and the crowd predict a 2-0 win to Manchester United, despite what happened at Grimsby. The third game sees Sunderland taking on Brentford. Again, me and the crowd both predict a 1-1 draw. There's 2 teams who are probably going to be towards the bottom of the table come the end of the season, so I can see this one being a close fought contest. Next up, we have Spurs versus Bournemouth. And as much as it pains me to say it being a Forest fan and having a bit of weird history with Spurs, they seem to be on absolute fire at the minute. With 2 wins on the bounce and the last one being away at Manchester City, the crowd and I can see this continuing. The crowd have predicted a 3-1 win, and my prediction is 2-1. Bournemouth can be a tricky team, battling well against Liverpool in the opening game, so this could well be a draw, but I think Spurs will just be too strong. Next up is Wolves versus Everton, who just secured their first win at home against Brighton. Wolves, on the other hand, are yet to win or even score in the Premiership. The crowd seem to think that Wolves will pick up their first points here with a 1-1 draw. I, on the other hand, favour Everton to get a 1-0 away win. Next up, we head to Leeds, who take on Newcastle. Newcastle, who have faced top competition so far, are yet to win, but both me and the crowd will think they'll take all 3 points. The crowd have this game as a 2-1 win to Newcastle. I can see it being more convincing than that, especially after Leeds lost 5-0 to Arsenal, so I'm going with a 3-0 win to Newcastle. The next game sees Brighton taking on Manchester City, who are definitely going to want to make amends for last week's loss to Spurs. Though Brighton aren't going to make this easy. I think that's reflected in the predictions. Both me and the crowd have gone for a 2-1 victory to Man City. We think they'll win, but it'll be a close fought contest. Next up, we head to the City Ground as Forest take on West Ham. This is a result that the crowd seem to agree on the most, and oddly enough, they're more confident than I am. I've predicted a 2-0 win to Forest, and the crowd have gone for a 3-0 win. With West Ham not getting off to the best starts, being beaten 3-0 by Sunderland and 5-1 by Chelsea, the crowd can see this being a high scoring game, especially as Forest seem to be West Ham's bogey team of late. Next up is the biggest game of the week, if you don't count Forest. It's Liverpool versus Arsenal. Both teams coming off 2 wins. This kind of feels like a title decider already. But who will come out on top? Me and the crowd seem to agree again and think that Liverpool will just edge it with a 2-1 victory. However, the last 2 times these teams have played, it ended in a Desmond, so that's also a high possibility. The final game of week 3 sees Villa take on Palace. Villa will be looking to bounce back after their 1-0 loss to Brentford, and Crystal Palace will be looking to get their first win on the board. The crowd seem to think that this has a draw written all over it, and they predicted 1-1. I think Villa would just edge it and have gone for a 2-1 victory. Once again, please like and subscribe and get your predictions down in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one.